Here's everything I did and ate at Tokyo Disneyland. First, it took us about 30 minutes from Ginza to get there via train, and we got to the park at about an hour before it opened. Just like Disney Sea, the line looked long, but once the park opened, we made it in just after 9 a.m. and got to see a welcome band, which was so cute. We also immediately got Disney Premier Access passes to the Beauty and the Beast ride before heading to Tomorrowland, where Star Tours had a super short line. The ride is basically the same as it is in California, but it's fun to hear all the characters speaking Japanese. Then we stopped in at this store nearby that was basically all Monsters Inc. merch, and we did buy a few things here. And then we headed over to Center Street Coffee House afterwards and got there right when they opened. We didn't have reservations, but since we were there early, we sat right away and obviously ordered the Baymax plate. Look how freaking cute this is. It comes with both beef stroganoff and chicken curry and a little fried potato mochi. This was a 10 out of 10 and super filling. Then we went back through Tomorrowland. Look how cute the vending machines are here. Sadly, the Baymax ride was closed for maintenance while we were there, but I needed something sweet, so we stopped for popcorn. We did a mobile order to skip the line and got the Neapolitan flavor. It tasted great, but there were way too many kernels, so I have to give this a 4.5 out of 10. We made our way to Fantasyland to get closer to the Beauty and the Beast ride, and I thought this area was so cute. There were just so many amazing details, and I just love how immersive the Tokyo parks are. We then got the notification that the Beauty and the Beast ride temporarily shut down, so we had to wait to use our passes. So we decided to head over to Toontown. Daniel wasn't really into any of the rides here, so we got more food. Of course, we had to get the Mickey glove bow. Look how fun this is to match with my ears. I gave this a 7.5 out of 10, and we also got this little Donald dessert, which was a 7 out of 10. By the way, you might notice that they love Donald Duck here. He honestly seems more popular than Mickey. We did a little more souvenir browsing here, and I ended up buying a Mickey Bow bag charm because I'm totally obsessed. And we got 40th anniversary passes for the Winnie the Pooh ride. Just like with Disney Sea, if you're willing to pay, I do think the passes are worth it to maximize your time in the park. I was seriously obsessed with the line and how it looked like you're in a storybook, and honestly, the ride ended up being a highlight of the whole day. We also saw that It's a Small World had a short line, so we hopped on that, and I surprised myself in saying this, but this was also a highlight of the day. The ride here basically features practically every Disney character, and it was so fun to see how creative the scenes were. And when we visited, they did a special Find the Groot version, so there were also Marvel characters, and it was just really fun to see them spread throughout the ride. We meandered a bit after this, and I thought this little Alice in Wonderland area was super cute, and we got passes for Splash Mountain, one of my favorites, and it is pretty similar to the original version in California. And then we headed over to Adventureland to check out the Enchanted Tiki Room. This was a whole show with Stitch, and it was so fun. They also offer little translators while you're waiting, which was so helpful for knowing what was going on during the show. And we wanted to do Pirates after this, but it was sadly closed for maintenance, so we got in a short-ish line for Haunted Mansion. I love this ride, but it is basically identical to the one in the States, so you could skip it if you didn't have time. Go to part 2 to see what we did and ate the rest of the day.